Opinions on tariffs, especially those implemented during Trump's presidency, vary wildly. Some supporters argue that they protect domestic industry and jobs, while critics contend they can lead to higher consumers' prices and international trade tensions. It's quite a divisive topic. What's your taking on? Well, to have an opinion here, fellas, we need to know something about great questions. The question is Trump's tariff or arancels in Spanish were part of his American First economic policy. Here's a breakdown of how they are supposed to work in theory. But let's go back to tariff. Okay, a tariff is a tax or import goods. For example, if the US places a 25% tariff on steel from China, then companies importing that steel must pay 25% more in taxes. Now, how were Trump's tariffs supposed to work? Well, first, their intention is to protect US industries. For example, by making imported goods more expensive, American made products become more competitive, so people might buy local instead. Second, to reduce trade deficits. The US imports more than it exports. Tariffs were meant to encourage less importing and more domestic production. 3. Pressure other countries, especially China. Tariffs were used as leverage to push countries like China to change trade practices, such as protecting intellectual property and opening their markets more fairly. But in reality, let's continue with reality. Prices rose for some products like washing machines and electronics because companies passed the extra cost to consumers. Some American businesses were hard, especially those that rely on imported materials. Retaliation. Countries like China also placed tariffs on US goods, hurting some American farmers and exporters. The long term effects are debated. Some say it helped start important conversations, others say it caused economic uncertainty. Okay, and another great question is let's break it down simply. Okay, Trump's tariff or aranceles in Spanish are taxes placed on imported goods from other countries like China, Mexico, or the European Union. The idea behind them was how they are supposed to work. Make foreign products more expensive. The tariff raises the cost of imported goods. Encourage Americans to buy US made products. If imported goods cost more, people might prefer cheaper American made alternatives. Protect American industries. Tariff can help industries like steel or farming by reducing competition from cheaper foreign goods. Pressure other countries. Tariff can be used as a leverage in negotiation. For example, Trump used them to push China and to change certain trade practices. But here's the catch. Tariffs don't punish foreign companies directly. The US importers and ultimately consumers often end up paying more. Some industries benefits like US steel, but other suffers, like farmers or companies relying on imported parts. They can spark trade wars. Other countries respond with benefits their own. So, in theory, tariffs are meant to boost American industry and fix trade imbalances. But in practice, they can be a double edged sword.